we're going to take that position and we're going to turn it into an X guard. So the thing is, when we drill this, we're going to have your partners purposely create a lot of space for you. Because this X guard position, especially if you haven't played it before, the entry is going to feel really weird. It's going to also be very difficult if there's not a lot of space for you to work with. So it's kind of like whenever we first learn a triangle, day one triangles like this, right? There's a ton of space you can work with because I'm new at it. I use all that space, so it's easier for me to. There's more room for error basically. Then as we get better at a move, then we're taking all our space away, right? We're starting to do this triangle really low and tight. So it's the same thing with this X guard. So whenever your partner starts to butterfly sweep you, you're going to purposely exaggerate it. Because I don't expect you guys to do this for real, but we're kind of just got to put training wheels on it first. Because X guard can be a pretty goofy position otherwise. So when they start getting swept, I want you guys to come up like this, like you're in for a good night or something. Like just get your hands way up, just butt nice and high. A lot of space here. When you're doing this for real, when you're rolling, a lot of times it'll be kind of low. You'll kind of be on your knees. You'll be here. There won't be a whole lot of space for you to work with. And we'll transition into that as we play more X guard. Okay, so remember, boom, up nice and high.
South side.
South side. I got my half guard butterfly. Daryl's got the underhook on his cheek. So here, same thing. Boom, I'm starting to elevate. This time Daryl's starting to pop his hand up, okay? As soon as Daryl takes his hand away from my head, I'm doing a little happy dance, because now my head's free to move. In the last one, Daryl had his arm around my head, so that way I didn't have any mobility here. Now that he's posted, now I can start shooting for his legs. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kick this leg straight between his legs as I reach for his knee. Here. Okay? Underneath. Start pulling here. So whenever I'm dragging this in, I'm aiming to get his shin against my neck. Got a hug in my head around his shin. My right hand is cupping his kneecap here. I can kind of, a lot of people just gotta grab here and kind of hang on. If I get the kneecap, I can control the rotation of his leg a little bit, which makes it more difficult for him to maintain his position. Gives him less options for mobility as well. So I'm here, boom, controlling this kneecap. Now this butterfly hook is staying in nice and tight. Keep my leg flared out pretty well. I don't want to let this knee get too high. Now Daryl's going to stuff it through and I'm going to lose it. I want to keep this knee flared out. My back leg, the one that's closest to Daryl's butt here, I'm going to point my toes again, go in, and set this leg on top. So my first leg is on bottom in his knee. Second leg's on top, threading up his thigh, kind of around his hip almost, so it's like his groin muscle here. Hooking this nice and tight here. So we're just gonna get to this position. We're gonna hang on to it. Should we go and do a sweep from here? Hey, let's do a sweep from here. So the first one we're going to do, Daryl's going to posture all the way up. If Daryl's up, I'm taking him that way. If Daryl's hands are forward, I'm going to take him that direction, okay? So we're just going to start with the basic one, the next week we'll do more. So he's up like this, I'm just going to grab his near wrist. My bottom leg, I'm going to stretch him out first. My bottom leg is going to track down. I'm going to clip his ankle. Here. Now from here, hold this foot in, and start sitting up. Keep your elbow nice and tight to your body. You stay out here, don't jump into a triangle real fast. Your super awesome X guard sweeps is going to ruin my switch. So let's focus mostly on the entry though. Butterfly. Daryl has the underhook, my bad. Boom. Trying to elevate. Dragging it in. Remember, I'm kicking this leg through. Kind of doing a forward shrimp here. That's going to be a very big part of this. So I'm reaching, kick. Inside, kneecap. Hugging his head nice and tight, there should be no space. As soon as space opens up here, Daryl's got options. My toes point in, my back leg is on top. Grab Daryl's near wrist, sliding down, stretch him out first. Let's go back up real quick. Good habit, your X guard always stretch. I'll put his wrist in the range for you. Grab it, track this foot down, just kind of clipping his ankle out this way. Taking him over. Now right away, I'm pulling this foot down, I'm coming up, I'm like an over-under pass position. Everybody cool with that? Okay. Let's get that a run. Focus most on your entry. If you guys don't get the sweep today, that's fine. We're going to do it.